It's time for Tiger Hills Hockey League action on TL Media. Here's your host, Travis Longman.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the final regular season broadcast of Tiger Hills Hockey League action on TL Media, brought to you by Ed and Joyce Agnew, Mitch's Midnight Mechanics, along with Apiaries, and Zaley's Furniture and Mooseman. Tonight's matchup is between the Boissevain Border Kings and the Melita Bisons. Melita comes in very short-handed tonight, and I had the privilege of talking to Ryan Capel earlier today, and he says it's not going to be an easy one here tonight.
Melita Bisons. Ryan, how's your season been going so far?
It's been not too bad. We've had an okay season. I think we've had, 4 one-goal games that, could have went either way. There's 8 points right there that we missed out on, and really jump us up with 4 more wins in the league standings. But it's a tough league, and the wins don't come that easy. So you got to be ready to compete every night, and that's about it.
You're playing a very tough Boissevain team tonight. What's your mindset heading into tonight's game?
Well, yeah, they are the toughest team to play for or against, that's for sure. We're gonna be short bodies. I know that. We got, I think, only about 9 skaters. Few guys are sick and away, so I don't know what to expect there. Just try and shut them down and not let them get on the score sheet too much. But yeah, gotta try and keep the puck out of our net. That's for sure.
Let's talk about the play of your goalie. He's been lights out for you the entire season.
Yeah, he has been. Outstanding too. Like, both our goalies been really good. Kept us in a lot of games. Like I said there earlier, I think we've had 4 one-goal games that we have lost. But making big saves their time, and then we'll go down and get a goal right away after that. And yeah, kudos out to our goalies. They've been outstanding this year.
What do you feel has to happen in order for you guys to have a long playoff run?
Well, I mean, we like to think about the playoffs right now. We got, well, boys tonight, and then tonight we play Surus here in Melita. I think it's the winner of that game is going to lock up the last spot. So that's our main focus, is winning that game. But if we can get past it there, yeah, like obviously goal is going to be a big issue. Need good goaltending and staying out of the penalty box. We seem to get tied into taking way too many penalties mostly every game, and yeah, that does not help us. So good goaltending, staying out of the penalty box, and just playing hard and playing what we can do. We know what we can do against a lot of these teams. We can compete with them, that's for sure.
Who have been some of your better players this year?
Well, I'm going to start with our goaltending again. I know we talk with them lots, but they've been our best players for sure. And then, the Oliver, they're two guys on the team, rough and tough, and they played more hockey than the rest of us and different leagues and stuff. So, but then again, like our whole team has been a better team this year than we have been in the past. So I gotta give a shout out to the rest of the team. We've been good. Just like I said, big win. We've only got 4 wins this year, but there's been years we've only had a couple. So we're doing better, and staying in a lot more games this year than previous years. That's for sure.
Let's talk about some of the other competition. We've talked about Boissevain, obviously. How do you guys match up with Deloraine or Killarney?
I'll start with Deloraine. Pretty well, 2 common teams, I think, like mostly local team or local guys, and they're fun to play. I have a lot of good friends on that team, so it's nice to lace up against them and definitely beat them. Beating them is a lot more fun than losing to them, that's for sure. Being a rival town. And then again, Killarney, they're a hard team to play against. Very skilled, fast, really, really good goalie there. But 2 fun teams to play against, that's for sure.
Who's your biggest rival in the league?
Biggest rival? Well, it might end up being Verdun here. We've had 3 good games against them. One game we lost by a few goals, which wasn't our best game, but rough. We like playing the rough style. They seem to not mind it. I would say it used to be Deloraine, but it's starting to become might be Verdun. Yep.
Yeah, like he's had 3 big games. And how can you explain how playoffs work in the Tiger Hills?
Like once you get into playoffs, you mean, or how is it? How the systems work?
Yeah,
or?
seeds make it.
Sorry, can you say that again? I lost you there.
Which seeding makes it? The top.
Yeah, so I think on our side there's 7 teams, so the 10th place team's not going to get in, which is going to come down to us and us and Cirrus here on Wednesday night, I think, and then I think I can't remember. I think it's the top 2 get a bye. So it's I think I could be wrong. I forget now, but it could be Cirrus or us playing either I think Verdon or Hartney. I think Boissevain and Clarny get the bye. If I'm right there, I could be wrong, but it's looking like Boissevain and Clarny are going to get in for a bye for the first week. I think right.
Yeah, and the first round's best of 3 to my knowledge.
Yeah. It was going to be a best of 5. They pushed us back a week with all these games being rescheduled. So it's turned into a best of 3 for the first round. So the game's big. You want to skate away with a win there. So we're hoping we can get into playoffs. Worry about that after Wednesday night, but then winning that first game, no matter who you're playing, is a big game.
Absolutely, it is. And should you guys get in, are you anticipating being healthy for that?
I think so. Like, I know most of our guys were pretty sick at the start of this week. I think we had 10 guys not feeling well and having to stay home. So we're shorthanded tonight with 8 skaters, which is going to be tough game, very tough game. And just hoping that we're healthy come Wednesday night.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Talk about our goaltenders enough, I think.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the final broadcast of the regular season between the Boissevain Border Kings and the Melita Bisons. Boissevain's pressing in early in front of Halcro. Martin has no idea where it is, but it is just between his pads. He had to be sharp on that one early. He's been one correction. That is Greg. That is Andrew Gregg between the pipes for the Melita Bisons this evening. He's got a tough task as the Melita Bisons are very short-handed tonight. I talked to Coach Ed of the Border Kings, and he's very grateful that the Bisons were able to trot out and come out and play in this game. Dobson's back to retrieve it from Melita. Boissevain's looking to finish off 18-0. When one thinks of perfection, they think of TL Media. Just kidding. They think of all the fans watching at home. They think of the 72 Dolphins. Perfection. Zimmer's out to take the face off. He loses the draw, and Melita banks off the boards down the ice. Out to get it is Pringle. He leaves it for Elms. Moves it up ahead to LeBlanc. LeBlanc hits a leg, and Elms circles around, gets it back to Bruyere, and over to Elms into enemy territory. Handled by Gregg, and 18:57 to go here in the first period. Still scoreless. Melita will be making lots of changes throughout the evening as they try to stay fresh. But I only count 4 people on the Melita bench, not counting the coaches. Lewis gets it over to LeBlanc, puts it on net, kicked aside. Dittmer gets it, goes behind the net, puts it in front, and the tap in, and LeBlanc makes it a 1-0 lead. Boissevain is on the board early. 18:38 to go here in the first period. Right place, right time, and LeBlanc makes it a 1-0 Border King lead. Absolutely nothing that Andrew Gregg could do on that one. He just good puck movement for the Border Kings. LeBlanc from Lewis and Dittmer at 18:38 opens the scoring. And Krapel brings it in, stopped by Pringle. Ryan Krapel was nice enough to be our pregame interview. Sorry about the audio delays, audio difficulties there. I'm guessing either my producer or myself were having technical difficulties. I'm not about to throw anyone under the bus, so we'll just say it was a combination of errors. Joining me is my producer, Mitchell Selkirk. Mitchell, we couldn't do this without you, buddy. Thank you so much for being the wonderful producer you are. Fisher takes a bump along the boards as the fans begin to bull in and fill the stands. Melita gets it back, lets a wrist shot go. Kicked aside by Pringle with relative ease. Robertson plays it behind the net. Good forecheck by Melita, but even better play by Boissevain. Poked ahead, using his stick. It's Jardine. Jeremy Johnson, former Rocanville Tiger. The Welwyn resident. Former resident, rather. Elms sends it down the ice. It's Sawchuk. Sawchuk lets a wrist shot go. Hits the glass and goes out of play. 17:06 to go here in the first period. We'd like to send a special shout out to everyone watching wherever you are, whether you're Coach Dick's dad or my mom. Thank you for tuning in. And hopefully you're staying safe on this Saturday night. This is the last game before the postseason, and we hope to have a long playoff run here on TL Media. We hope to bring you every step that we're allowed to. Bruyere. Albright down the ice, but not very far. Liker, the league's leading scorer, entering this contest, looking to add to his total. He leaves it, and back to retrieve it is Melita. Bruyere sends it. Dittmer. Dittmer goes around the net. And he's down the ice and just into the netting. You're watching Tiger Hills Hockey League action on TL Media, brought to you by Mitch's Midnight Mechanics, Zaley's Furniture, Longman Apiaries, and also the good folks at Mitch's Midnight Mechanics. Thank you so much for being our wonderful sponsors all year. And of course, and Joyce Agnew. He takes a shot and he scores. Patrick Lease. Nice to see the big fella rewarded. One of the nicest people you could ever meet. Scores and puts Boissevain up by 2. We're going to check and see how many goals that is for Patrick Lease. That is Leeska's 4th goal of the season. Lewis comes. LeBlanc and Lease have the scoring. Boissevain likes their L's, but they're getting lots of W's. 17 of them, in fact, this season. And speaking of number 17, Lewis battled along the boards, but Robertson has it at the point. Lets a shot go. Greg. Robertson gets it again. Zimmer moves it over to the captain, Dittmer, and wide open net. Lewis makes it a 3-0 game.
3-0 game.
15 minutes left here in the first period, and it's already 3-0 before the first commercial timeout. Joey Dobson, not the Joey Dobson I know from Mooseman, but this guy plays for Melita. Moves it down, Dobson gets it again. L is the theme tonight. I'm Travis Longman. Fisher gets it, and they're just content with killing the clock. .24 to go here in the first period. And when do you start? When do you got a feel for Melita? Boissevain brought a full army of players. Melita, they've been ramshackled and downtrodden recently by various ailments. And you got a feel for the poor Bisons. Gets it over Robertson. Big block there. Off the boards and out. It's Brown. Bambridge pressing, but able to get it to Fisher was Pringle, that is. Fisher. 3-0 is the score in favor of the Border Kings. You're watching Tiger Hills Hockey League action on TL Media. I'm Travis Longman. If you want TL Media to come to your arena, just send me a message. I'll do my best to accommodate. I gotta talk to my agent, my better half, the one who is very amazing for allowing me to do this. My lovely, my beautiful, my talented wife. Thank you so much for giving me permission to do this. And Melita, they're bouncing it away. Bruyere, back, Sawchuk. We're going to be doing a lot of thank yous tonight because I am very appreciative for doing this season and being the voice of the Tiger Hills Hockey. We've loved every minute, even when we were having our audio and video difficulties early on. Hopefully they are in the past and have gone the way of the dinosaur. Leiker breaks in. He's looking down. He shoots, and that one goes wide in front. Big kick save there by Greg. Greg got his leg out, but Stevens gets it over. He shoots and off the best friend and out of play. John Ford, if you're watching, I hope you're having a great one tonight. Everyone who's tuning in, whether that's Peter Dick or Ed's mom and dad or brother or sister, cousin, second cousin, twice removed. Robertson moves it up ahead. Hellcrow flying in. He goes around that. Didn't know where it was, but he still had it. Stevens takes a shot and loose. Greg in front. Hellcrow sends the puck over the glass and out of play. You're watching Tiger Hills Hockey on TL Media, brought to you by Ed and Joyce Agnew. Thank you so much. Mitch's Midnight Mechanics, Longman Apiaries, Zaley's Furniture, and everyone who tunes in. Back Hellcrow. Oh, you gotta feel for Hellcrow. Oh, we haven't forgotten about the good folks at the Kent Hotel either, where you can maybe catch a replay of the NHL All-Star game. Maybe they even have the game on in the hotel. They are good folks, and they're a relative of Riley Zimmer. His grandpa. Lease gets it to Zimmer. Back to Lease. Lease. Dittmer. Dittmer looks for Lease. Lease. Back to Dittmer. Out of the end it goes. And they're at center ice. Takes a shot, and he had to be sharp on that one, did Pringle. That one hits a stick and goes down out of play. 10:56 to go here in this first period. It is 3-0 in favor of the Border Kings. And thank you, Joyce. I believe that's the first time anyone's ever called me wise. Moves it all along. Tic-tac, tic-tac. Oh, off the boards. Robertson sends it down. Nobody wants it. It's loose. Zimmer comes away with it. Zimmer gets it. LeBlanc takes the wrist shot. Unable to get it. Melita. The Buffalo are hurting up and sending it down the ice. Pringle comes out to play it. But Melita comes up with it, takes a shot. That was Brown. Pringle covers it up. 10:17 to go here. Seems like I just said it was 10:17 to go here. How are y'all doing, TL Nation? Bumping along the sideboards. It's Melita and Boissevain. Coming away with it was Jardine. Gets it over to Double J. Jeremy Johnson back to Jardine. And the puck scramble. Is it in? I do not believe it is in. Great recovery by Greg. He's been one of the top goalies in the league. You couldn't tell by the record, but he's faced a lot of rubber. He's seen more rubber than the number one highway. Gets it back to Robertson takes a shot, trickling wide. And back the other way. Fisher gets it. They're playing catch, but no one wants it. It's like Two boys playing catch. Oh, rebound. Big recovery. That's bailing out your team. Good play there by the Melita Bisons. Sweet Caroline. Johnson. Backhand feed. Jardine. Elms moves it up ahead, but to no one. Fisher gets it. The backhand feed to Jeremy Johnson, but unable to get it. Bruyere. So nice we had to say his name thrice. Fisher moves it ahead. Gets it over off a stick. Unable to get it is the Dean of Mean Jardine. Fisher takes the wrister. He follows his rebound. Bruyere gets it back to the point. Elms lets a shot go, rebound, and that goes wide. Bruyere gets it back to Jeremy Johnson. Johnson bangs it off the boards. Ambridge was unable to get it. Sends it up ahead. Bruyere. Ambridge lets a wrister go, and he scores! Alicia Bambridge puts the Bisons on the board. Bambridge Bisons board. Bye-bye shutout. You gotta feel good for the Bisons there. Just a nice wrister, looking like Mark Messier with the wrist shot from that one. That's the last good thing I'll say about Mark Messier. I don't have too much good to say about Mark Messier, being a Vancouver Canucks fan and how useless he was when he was a Canuck. Elijah. These Bisons are going to go charging into the postseason, hopefully. If you're a Bison fan, they have a huge game coming up on Wednesday. They head to Surrey to go elks hunting. They're looking for more than one elks, even though we all know elk plural is just elk. But the Elks Hall, that makes sense, I guess. Liker center, circles at center. Say that 10 times fast. David Robertson. Sawchuk moves it up ahead. Liker. Sawchuk, he shoots. Big save, Greg. Dittmer moves it up ahead. Liker. 6:52 to go here in the first period. Back to Dittmer. The new daddy, gets it to Robertson. Liker loses the puck rather, and Robertson gets it at center ice. Our second period intermission guest will be Rodney White. It will either be Rodney, whichever video we get to first, it'll either be a State of the League address from Rodney White. He has nothing but good things to say about how this season has gone. Or I spoke with someone from Carberry. Whoever producer Mitch shows up will be the person that we... And down the ice comes Brown. He lets a shot go. Kicked aside there by Pringle. Patrick Leask, the opening goal scorer. Helcrow. He's having a good game tonight. He's playing hard. He's working hard. Flying all over the ice. No pun intended. Caw. Dakota Sherling. First time I've seen him tonight. LeBlanc LeBlanc is one of the goal scorers, and down the ice it goes. 5:25 to go here. Elms. So far, it's just a 3-1 game in favor of the home side. Zimmer sends it high to center ice. Finds his man, but he quickly loses it. Elms gets it, and LeBlanc has it going the other way. The feed to Lewis was just 10 feet off it. And Lewis gets it, circling. 4:55 to go here. LeBlanc looks for Lewis in the slot, and Lewis was looking for Zimmer, but intercepted. Down the ice it goes, and Melita will make a quick change. One person will have to stay on because that's just the way the cookie crumbles here. Lewis has it, drops it, drop pass. Zimmer. I'm not sure what he was doing there, but battle along the side. Greg makes a smart play and covers up. Greg comes from a smart family. I'm privileged to work with his aunt. His aunt is a class act lady. Just a phenomenal person. Nothing but good things to say about her. Back the other way come the Bisons. He lets a wrist shot go. Big save there by Pringle. And it was very near a 3-2 game. Melita's still scrambling, trying to get something going here as we approach the 16-minute mark of the first period. Lewis comes in, tries to get a by, and in front, banks it off the boards, and it's at center ice. David Robertson, the former Estevan Bruin, feeds it to Dittmer. Zimmer. 3:37 to go here in the first. Jeremy Johnson feeds it to LeBlanc in the slot. He lets a shot go. Big save, Greg. He's had to be spectacular in the early goings here. Dittmer gets it, takes a shot, and hits the ankle. That's gotta sting. I've seen a lot of hockey, but I can't say I've ever played. Unfortunately, I was not blessed with skating ability or coordination. That's why I hope I have the gift of the gab, and you guys enjoy tuning in. Backhand feed, and Bambridge sends it down the ice, and here's Melita. Takes a shot, big stop there by Pringle. 3:02 to go here. You're watching Tiger Hills Hockey League action on TL Media, brought to you by Mitch's Mechanics, Zaley's Furniture and Mooseman, Ed and Joyce Agnew, Longman Apiaries, and everyone else who's watching at home. Johnson, double J, Jeremy Johnson in front. Oh, unable to get any wood on it, and back the other way comes Melita. However, they turn it over. Johnson in, Dittmer scores! Unable to get to the other side. Greg, not much he could do about it. The CNN decision, no, we're not going to be CNN. We're TL Media. We're our own entity. And we love you all for tuning in. Dittmer from Zimmer and Fisher. Dittmer from Johnson and Fisher. As we approach the 2-minute mark, 2 minutes remaining here. Sawchuk gets around, keeps it on net, and big save, Greg. We hope you're enjoying this broadcast wherever you're watching. especially if that's at the Kent Hotel in Fox Warren. Excellent appetizers. You can even watch the game there, too. Bambridge, the goal scorer. 1:30 to go here in the first period. Sends it down the ice. No ice is the call. They're out of ice at the co-op. I don't know if they are. It's closed, though. Elms gets it. Feeds it to Bruyere. Bruyere moves it to Halcrow, who goes through. Puts it back to Elms. 1 minute to go here. Elms, it goes high. And Leask looking for his second of the night. Our second period is coming up after the first period intermission, obviously. It's all about the recovery. If you fumble your words, it's all about the recovery. Just ask the Bombers. And shoots. 33 seconds to go here. And producer Mitch, what do we have coming up after the first period? Bruyere gets it, moves it. On net, LeBlanc shoots it high over top of the net. 4-1 is the score, and it might stay that way after 20 minutes. Looking like a young Bobby Orr. 9 seconds to go here. Moves it over, tic-tac, wide. And it will be 4-1 for the Border Kings after one period. You're watching Tiger Hills Hockey League action on TL Media. Brought to you by Mitch's Midnight Mechanics, Longman Apiaries, Zaley's Furniture and Mooseman, Ed and Joyce Agnew, and everyone else who wants to be a sponsor. We'll be right back after the break.
Probably interim president Rodney White. Rodney, how's the season been going so far?
I think considering what we've been going through and what the world's been going through, it's been a pretty good season. I think before the week started, we had 20 games left, and we're probably closer to 15 now. So I think we're doing pretty good, actually. So.
What would you say the overall state of the league is heading into the playoffs?
Sorry, what was that? The overall what?
The overall state of the league, the health and wellness of the league.
I think for the most part it's good. Like if you look in the East Division, 1 through 5, it's pretty even, especially yeah, like, and even Carberry and Pilot Mound they're a tough place for everybody involved. So the East Division's a really competitive division, and it has been really good all year. The West Division, a little bit of a different story with Boissevain in there. Pretty much running away with it, but everyone's hoping, I think, Clarny and Hartney and whoever else will give them a go in playoffs there. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good playoffs all around. So especially the East Division, all the matchups will be pretty even. So
Who are some of who do you feel are the top contenders in the league?
I think you got to just look at the top of the standings. Like, Boissevain, obviously, is the cream of the crop. But Gladstone on our side, when they have their whole lineup there, that's a tough team to beat. They a good, solid defensive defensemen, and then all their forwards are good and talented, and they got good goaltending, good coaching. So, you know, past Gladstone, like Nipois, Minnedosa, McGregor, Wawanesa, Cartwright, like, all those teams are good. Like, you see Cartwright beat Gladstone last night. So really, it's pretty even there. Like I said, on the other side, we haven't seen the other side in 2 years now. So, but just going off scores and everything else, obviously Clarny and Boissevain are up at the top, and then I know Hartney and Deloraine and especially Verdun now. I guess I shouldn't overlook them, but they've all given Clarny and Boissevain good games. So, like I said, there's lots of good teams. There's one above the rest, but past that, it's a very competitive league, I think.
Who are some of the players that have stood out for you?
On our side, well, like, you look at the top of the scoring, like Sean Kubis a good standout for our side. He's so consistent and steady, and he sticks to hockey. Scott Glenn starting this year, coming back from semi-pro and things like that. But like Kubis shows up every night in Gladstone and just is consistent, and like I said, sticks to hockey. So he's a standout for them. You go with the top line in Cartwright, whether it's Bryce Enns and Jory Mullins and Tanner Fluker, they came to Neepawa and really put on a show. And for Neepawa, you got Ward Susky and Garrett Rempel and guys like that. So there's standouts on every team. I mean, you have Shane Jury and Matt Saylor in Minnedosa, and McGregor's got a few top guys too. So there's like I said, there's standouts on every team, but those are a few on our side. On the other side, you could go through pretty much all four lines on Boissevain as standouts. Clarny's got their same guys. They're all good too. And then Hartney, same thing. They've got quite a few of the same guys, and quite a few of the other teams have lots of the same guys. So, but if you want to go with two standouts like Ty Lewis and Scott Glennie being added to our league, really, and not running away with the scoring title or anything, shows the depth and the talent in our league. That two guys can come from semi-pro hockey, come play, and they're in the top 5, but they're not running away with the scoring title or anything. So that kind of shows you how talented our league is in general. So.
Sorry, Rodney.
No problem.
What about the goaltenders? Who do you feel is being the top goalie?
Wow.
It was nice to talk to Rodney White, but we got to get back to the game here. If you want to hear the full interview of Rodney, we'll have it posted on the TL Media Facebook page coming up after the game. We're back here. Just started the second period, and Dittmer breaks in. Goes to the side. Stevens gets it over. Robertson. 4-1 is the score here. Hellcrow. Down the ice it goes, and Hellcrow's back to retrieve it. Stevens back to Robertson. Robertson shoots. Big save, Greg. Trying to clear it, but it hits the body and stays in. Off the board, down. Oh, it hit a, almost got a home team bounce for the away team. Least has it at center ice. Robertson gets it in. Goes behind the net. Looking to get something set up here. Over to LeBlanc. Zimmer over to LeBlanc. Lewis speeds it over. Down the ice it goes. 18:30 to go here in the second period. Knocked aside. Pringle batted out of air, and would have been a question if it would have counted or not. It would have been a high stick, but Pringle was sharp on that one. And it's Zimmer breakaway off the bar. Mo, that was close. That one was for you, buddy. Bambridge loses it. Sends it down the ice, and Lewis over the blue line. LeBlanc lets the wrister go, and that one goes wide. Moves it over. Zimmer. I think he's saying something that live in the water. That one does not live in the water. You gotta ask yourself, how did that go in? He let the shot go from the goal line, and it finds the back of the net. Makes it a 5-1 Border King lead. 17:45 to go here. Lewis from LeBlanc. At 17:45. Elm speeds ahead. Johnson, Fisher, Johnson moves it over. Jardine back off the end boards. In front, he shoots, he scores. Jardine plants it. 6-1 for the Border Kings. And they're doing a lot of saluting so far tonight. Grondin. Grondin from Johnson and Fisher. You got to think that Melita was shaking at the knees, knowing that they only had about 9 skaters tonight. Playing the powerhouse. I'm going to say it. Boissevain's going to go to 8-0 after tonight. Ed Belichick, Ed Shula. Making a football reference here, guys. They could join the 72 Dolphins. Coach Ed's hoping for a better result than the 2007 Patriots. Although there are some organizations that consider the Border Kings to be the Patriots of the Tiger Hills Hockey League because they don't like their practices. We're not going to name those teams, but they know who they are. It's not their fault they're unbeaten. Liker comes in. Dittmer feeds it down low. Liker. Systems work the same way for all 15 teams. Albright loses it. Trying to get it back with Sawchuk, but he's unable to. And Melita comes down the other way. 2-on-1. Lets a shot go. Rebound. Scores! Finding the rebound in Melita. Number 25, Cole Tilbury, makes it a 6-2 game. Boissevain has allowed 2 goals tonight. Great play there. A 2-on-1, hanging them out to dry. Rebound. He made the first stop, did Pringle, but he did not make the second. Correction. Krapil's a beauty with the beauty goal. He scored. Wonderful guy. Had the pleasure of speaking to him before the game. 14:50 to go here in the second period. And Boissevain is pouring the sugar on Melita. I'm not really sure what Brian Adams meant in that song, or hopefully they're not diabetic, because that just wouldn't be all right. Went from sugar to tequila. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Dittmer has it at center ice, feeds it down, sends off the boards. Dittmer gets it back. Robertson moves it ahead. Dittmer moves it. Stevens over. Big save, Mark Gregg. He has been spectacular tonight. Looking like a gymnast in between the pipes. $14:04 to go here in the second period. Zimmer loses the draw and Melita comes away with it, trying to get it out of their zone. Has it, tags late for offside and just waits. Gets it Zimmer, back to Sherling. Sherling puts it on net, kicked aside by Gregg, off the boards, and kept in by LeBlanc, but not for long. Melita has it at center ice, and you can smell the fries and vinegar here. That is an arena staple. I love coming to hockey games and smelling the food. Moves it over, tic-tac-toe, big toe. He got his toe on it, did Gregg, and down the ice it goes. Here comes Melita, unable to get any wood on it there. But the Bisons still bring it, hits a leg, and it goes out of play. Getting back to what I was saying there. There's no better food than small town food. Whether that's hospital food, restaurant food, or arena food. I had the misfortune of spending time in the Brandon Hospital, and I wish I could have been back in Boissevain where the food was a little better. I'm doing all right now, and I hope you are as well. LeBlanc comes in, lets a wrist shot go, kicked aside there by $12:49 to go here, and if you think I'm brutal, why are you watching? Hey, Sherling moves it over, takes a shot, and it goes into the side. See ya. Albright loses the draw. And Melita goes to the power play. 12:10 to go here, 6-2 in favor of the Border Kings. You're watching Tiger Hills Hockey on TL Media. And that'll even things up here with 4-on-4. And we love you too, Mo. Hope things are good at the Fox Warren at the Kent Hotel. We love everyone except for that one guy. Back to Elms. Lucas Greenlay goes to the box. Down the ice comes Melita, but they quickly lose it to Elms. 4-on-4 hockey, just like they used to play in overtime. Bruyere. Liker gets it over. Fanning on the shot. Down the ice it goes. Out coming to play it is Pringle. Moves it over. Liker. Oh, unable to get it. Elms gets it. Tagging up. Smart play there by the Border Kings. Liker gets it over, moves it. Lewis. Back to Robertson. He lets a blast go. Kicked aside by Gregg. Lewis feeds it down Dittmer. Dittmer gets it over. Riker was robbed by Gregg. Someone call the RCMP. Gets it over, and on the doorstep was Dittmer. You can cancel that call to the RCMP. Dittmer recovers it and makes it a 7-2 game for the Border Kings. (7-2) for the Border Kings. 10:15 to go here in the second period. Melita probably wishes it was the third period. Sawchuk moves it down. Lewis. Sawchuk with a beauty. Gregg with the beautier. Yes, we're making up words here. Sawchuk in all alone, gets around his defender. Back. A reminder that TL Media is always free to watch. We won't pull over your eyes and blindside you with pay-per-views. No, we're always going to be free to watch. Even if we expand to more than one camera, we'll always be free to watch. Back Sherling. Sherling has it at the point. Kicked out by Gregg. That time it was kicked out. You can't really kick out with your blocker. He knocked it out. But we are not professional here. Go play your Xbox if you want to hear professional. We're just having fun here. And we do our best. Kicked out, Hellcrow on the doorstep. Robertson pinching in deep makes it 8-2. Just halfway through the game, and it's 8-2.
Working towards the floor, Bailey Robertson. Assisted by number 8, Eli Falco, time to goal, 9-21.
Robertson from Hellcrow and Leask. Leask's second point of the night. Good to see Mr. Leask on the board. Hellcrow. Battle in the corner. Ball and Boissevain's heading to the box. Not playing a very disciplined second period here. The Boissevain rink, you're going to hear a lot of Kiss. You're going to hear a lot of Brian Adams, and definitely getting their CanCon in. You know where else you get your CanCon? Mitch's Midnight Mechanics, Zaley's Furniture, Longman Apiaries, and the Kent Hotel. Zimmer coming in and the beauty feed, but Elms just out of his reach. Brown lost it at center ice. Daylight coming. And you can bet Melita wants to go home. The short bench, 8-2. Daylight coming. They want to go home. Well, they'll be going home before the daylight. Daylight will come in the morning. And you know, Melita's going to have to rebound after tonight. And hopefully they have a few more players for their game on Wednesday against Saris. LeBlanc has it in deep. He lets a shot go. Big save by Greg and kicks it into the corner. Big kick there. Practicing the soccer skill was number 6, Kyle Campion. Gruyere moves it up ahead. Zimmer, backhand feed over LeBlanc, back to Zimmer, unable to get it. Down the ice it goes. Out to get it is Pringle. LeBlanc in front, big save, Greg! And that comes off the mooring, but because it was out of the zone, the play continues. Back. He lets a shot go, hits the body, and Dittmer comes, sends it out of play, hits. It was a wild thing out there. 6:45 to go here in the second period. 8-2 in favor of the Bulls. Lewis gets it, goes behind the net rather. Melita. Oh, he takes a bump. Lewis knows he did bad. He knows he's going to the box. Looks like a cross-checking call. Maybe a hit from behind. It is a cross-checking. It's just a 2-minuter. Lucky break there. Fisher has it.
Clear games penalty, number 17, time goes to cross-checking at 6:28. Cross-checking.
Cross-checking. That's right to the tip of Dittmer. He had no idea it was even on his stick. Back, Dittmer. Over to Robertson, back to Dittmer, and out. Cross-checking. My brother had his knee dislocated from a cross-check. Second-year bantam. First-year bantam. He missed most of the season. But because he got cross-checked. But the first game he came back, he scored a hat trick, and his team won 7-6 in Karnda. Offside it goes. We like to party. Well, we've been partying a lot tonight here in Boissevain. 8-2. It hasn't been really a party for the Bisons, but they're still hanging in it. And back the other way come the Bisons. Until it was turned over. Bambridge, one of the goal scorers for the Bisons. Sawchuk has it at center ice. 4:45 to go here in the second period. Sawchuk gets bumped, but he maintains possession. Taking a bump, not a mump. Nobody wants a mump. It's worse than COVID. Sawchuk battling in for it. Oh, the elbow right to the face and the slash, but no call. That wouldn't even be a call on Xbox, probably. Bambridge lets a howitzer go, kicked aside. Sherling moves it ahead. Albright. Riker. That one is icing. And we've just received notification that the curling is going to an extra end. Northern Ontario's Krista McCarville and New Brunswick's Andrea Crawford are tied at 8, heading into the 11th. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Northern Ontario or is it going to be New Brunswick? Either one. It's nice to see they will be in the championship game. The loser, they're playing against a friend of TL Media, Carrie Anderson. Tomorrow, Carrie waits the loser of this game. It should be a dandy. Here comes Brown. He lets a shot go and he scores. 8-3. Boissevain gave up 8 last night and doubled up Surrey 16-8. Serve gave up 3 this evening. The shorthanded Bisons have came to play tonight.
Bison's goal scored number 14, Brown, assisted by number 25, and number 17,
Brown from Tilbury and Kerpil, and the traveling Tilburys have a couple points tonight. Lets a shot go. Turned away. Sent down the ice, hits a leg, and here's Lewis. Lewis. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the second period, and then you can go back and play your Xbox if you choose to, or refill your beverage. That's what we like to do on Saturday nights. We like to watch TL Media. Then we like to play our Xbox. And if you like to consume beverages, go for it. Stevens. Stevens has it. He moves it up. Helcrow feeds it over. 2 minutes to go, and back the other way come the Bisons, shooting it just high and wide. And down the other way, Helcrow. At the end of the game, I should mention that we're going to go live to head coach, general manager, all around nice guy, Mr. Money in the Bank, Ed Dick. He'll talk about the playoffs. And then I'm sure we'll all go home and play our Xboxes. One minute and 30 seconds to go here. Melita gets the rebound. In front, loose. Bruyere heads to the box. Bumping along the end boards, nothing too much happening, but Melita comes away with it. Gets it loose, he shoots, kicked aside by Pringle. Out of the zone it goes. He loses it. Big save by Pringle. It has been a crazy night in terms of the Boissevain Border Kings allowing 3 goals. Melita's came to play tonight. The 9 men, the 9 skaters. And Greg always comes to play. He stands on his head every night. But tries to put it in front, but Robertson breaks up that pass. Down to Leiker. Leiker gets it in the slot, but it hits a leg and back the other way. It's a 2-on-1 break with 20 seconds go. Bambridge unable to get wood on it and get the shot away, and he pinched in too deep. 14 seconds to go here. Boissevain will be shorthanded for the first 26 seconds in the third period. Eight seconds to go here. Is 8 enough? Back, the shot, loose. You're watching Tiger Hills Hockey on TL Media, brought to you by Ed and Joyce Agnew, Longman Apiaries, Mitch's Midnight Mechanics, and Zaley's Furniture in Mooseman. Take it away, Mitch.
Shots on goal for the Bisons 10 for 2 period total of 21. For the Board Kings, 19 for a two-period total of 40.
Troy Graham. Troy, how's the season going so far?
Well, we got one more game left. It's been a lot of up and down, I guess you could say. Um, we've got one win under our belt, a couple tough overtime losses, but one more home game tomorrow night to try and end it off on the right foot.
This is the first year back for the Plainsmen in the Tiger Hills. How is the community taken to it?
Real well, actually. They've been very supportive, whether it be through sponsorship or just showing up to home games. We haven't had a bad crowd yet at a home game. It's different. I said this at the start of the year too in an interview. There's a lot of local guys this year, which is a bit of a difference for teams of Plainsmen past. So they've been happy to see locals, and they've supported us through winning one game versus losing a lot at home, and they keep showing up, and they're happy that we're back.
And how's the future look for the team?
Yeah, I'd say good. It's always tough the first year. Starting out, we needed. I said before we started, we need 25 committed guys every game, which we have, and it's a good problem. We've had to sit guys every game, but that being said, next year we've got guys from everywhere talking to every guy on the team, like asking if they can play, hoping to come back. Like there's guys in other towns play now that are from Carberry, and I've seen not the results obviously, but they've seen how much fun we're having and how receptive the community is to the team again, and are looking forward to maybe coming back or having better years ahead is the plan.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you only win one game through your first bunch, it's got to be frustrating. And what have been some of the strong parts of Plainsman this year?
It'd be a shame if I didn't mention our goaltenders, Connor Slip and Des Ramsey. Those guys have stood tall all night, all season. Story facing tons of rubber. Slipper played most of the season. Des was hurt, but those guys have been our number ones all year. Like I say, standing in, playing hard, facing shot after shot every game, it seemed. But just the commitment has been big too. Like, I've played on a few senior teams. You don't practice throughout the year, but it's nice. We have full practices once a week typically, and we're, like I said, we're always sitting guys, and it's a good problem to have. And the atmosphere at the rink and in the room, like, I've played on a lot of good Plains teams in the past. I've played in some other senior teams, and this is one of the most fun years I've had playing senior hockey.
Who have been some of the better teams in your division?
Oh, I'd say it's so tricky with senior too, right? We got teams, you go to Gladstone and you might play them with 7 guys, or they have a full roster when their whole team comes from Winnipeg. And same with Neep. Well, I know they've got a bunch of good local guys. It's Gladstone too, that if they all show up, they're really good hockey teams. But it's the same issue everyone has throughout the league. When the guys don't show, they're not as good. But I'd say in our division, it's probably Gladstone, Neepawa, and Minnedosa that are good. And then I guess, like, throw McGregor in there, I'd say it's a toss-up between those 4. If everyone's there and playing well, those are some good teams.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully getting out to call the championship series between whoever comes out of each division. Just was looking for a preview for what I can expect.
Well, I think we have a pretty good idea of who will come out of the West. The East, it's anyone's. I'd say right now it'll it's a lot of, like, Minnedosa has, like, the Sailor, Jury, Lewis, like, that's a good first line, and they always have been for years. Those are some good hockey players. And then same thing with Gladstone, like Kubis and those guys, there's some solid hockey being played, but McGregor gets their crew from Winnipeg or the local boys too, like they're Rin Tool and them. They're solid. Like it, I'd say it's anyone's game out of the East yet, but it'll be some good hockey being played.
Which players have stood out for you on the Plainsman?
Well, like I've mentioned a few times, it's our goalies. Tavish Quinn, who he hasn't played too many games this year. He's been around quite a bit, but he worked shift work at the Carberry McCain spot. He's probably been our best forward. We have Colin Van Comer on the point. Brett Hammond, he's from Boissevain originally, but he's been hanging around Carberry a lot lately. He's real good back there. Colin Van Comer also anchoring our power play, typically on the point, like solid players. We got local kids like Zane McConnell driving the power play up front, and then it's usually a team effort. Obviously, like there's no one. We don't typically have like guys that you don't want out there. It seems I wouldn't say anyone's liability on our team this year, so it's been good so far.
Who's been the toughest player to shut down for you guys?
Yeah. If you look at the game sheets, I think for us it'd be Sean Kubis. We can't. I think we played against them. They had a real short bench there right before Christmas, and he's so good with the puck in his own end through the neutral zone and like around our net. That guy, I just doesn't matter what happens. He's just getting points and just scoring all the time. I'd say, yeah, Kubis.
Yeah, I saw his name up near the leaderboard and been trying to get a hold of him to do an interview, but hasn't been returning my messages, or there's been a miscommunication between both of us.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he drives that offense in Gladstone. Like everything there runs through him, and you can see why he's a very good player.
Talk a bit about Neepawa and the rivalry between Carberry and Neepawa.
That's something you're pretty much born into around here, being close. You play your minor hockey against them. You're going there all the time, and you're even your high school sports, and you're meeting them at parties and stuff. You're always competing against Neepawa. It's just
Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. It's now 9-3 with 16:03 to go. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties on our end. Sorry about that. LeBlanc scored for Boissevain. It was assisted by Lewis and Robertson. 9-3 is the score with 15:56 to go here in the third period. Bambridge was out to take the face off against Stevens. Back, missed the net, and Dittmer comes away with it. Dittmer with the backhand feed up to Leask. Leask with the slap pass. Stevens let the shot go, and that goes out of play. They're playing their goal song, but it didn't go in. Helcrow moves it over in front, wide open net, but unable to get the pass. Sends it down the ice and back the other way. It's Brown. Brown in. He loses control of the puck. Up ahead, but quickly back to get it was Patrick Leask. 15 minutes to go here in the third period. 9-3 for the Border Kings. Zimmer moves it up ahead. The backhand pass, Lewis. Lewis has it kicked off his stick, but Dittmer gets it back. Dittmer moves it over. Zimmer kicked ahead and sent down the ice. Not enough for icing, not strong enough for icing. Pringle comes out to play it. Lewis. Gets it, Zimmer. Zimmer over to LeBlanc. Zimmer. Lets the shot go. Big stop by Greg. Questionable non-offside call, but the refs elect to keep playing. LeBlanc down deep. Tried to feed Lewis, but unable to come away with it. Melita has it in their own end. Falling down. And the Bisons come away with it as Bambridge. Bambridge offside, a tough break. Fans, if you haven't liked it on Facebook, go and like the TL Media Facebook page. We are one like away from 300. Let's make it happen tonight. It would be a great milestone to get before the end of the season. Sherling moves it up ahead. Fisher loses it, and pinching in deep. Fisher being bumped off, and they're getting upset. They are not social distancing out there at all. Definitely not. They are expressing their freedoms. They won't be going to Ottawa to protest. Down the ice it goes, and no icing. Coming away with it is Sherling. Look, Jeremy Johnson pinching in hard. And they just 12:40 to go here. 9-3 for the Border Kings. This would be a great goal song. Thank you to Mandy Zimmer. We are now at 300 likes. We love each and every one of you. Bruyere has it. Gets it down low. Backhand feed. Sacha. And a 3-on-1 possibly for the Bisons. Big defensive play from a big fella, Dakota Sherling. The big bull moose, as I often refer to him. Sherling moves it to Bruyere. Moves it down the ice, and ice, baby. And through the neutral zone come the Bisons. They lose it, though, and back the other way comes the league's leading scorer, Kirkland Liker. Feedback Dimmer, just out of reach. All right. The Bisons. 11:19 to go here in the third period. Sawchuk moves it. Liker. Big save there by Greg. I think we know who top Titan for Melita is going to be. This game could easily be about 16 or 17-3. Had it not been for the play of Greg. Greg has stood on his head like he has had to so often this year, especially with the short staff Melita Bisons tonight. Lease moves it up. Dittmer moves. And Lease looking for the second goal of the game. 10 minutes to go here in the third period. It's almost in the books, the inaugural regular season of Tiger Hills Hockey on TL Media. But don't worry, folks. We promise to be with you as long as there's playoff hockey in the Tiger Hills. Stay tuned to our Facebook page and our website for when our next broadcast will be. Do not hound me on Facebook asking when it is. I will post. Watch for a post. Lewis wins the draw. He gets it back for himself. Zimmer over, and that hits a stick, but LeBlanc gets it. And Melita gets it, and they move it up ahead. Through the neutral zone, falling was Capel, and Brown had it. Lewis moves it up ahead. Bouncing. 9:26 to go here. You're watching TL Media, Tiger Hills Hockey. Brought to you by Longland Apiaries, Mitch's Midnight Mechanics, Zaley's Furniture, and a special shout out tonight to Ed and Joyce Agnew. And thank you to everyone who tunes in. Lewis has it, moves it up ahead. LeBlanc through center ice. Zimmer. Oh, the good folks at the Kent Hotel, they're fantastic. Celebrating 30 years. Takes a slap shot into the crest. 9-3. It's all over pretty much. But there's one thing left to answer. Is Boissevain going to get double digits? That in itself would be a win for the Bisons. Anytime we can hold the powerhouse Boissevain Border Kings to under 10 goals through the first 50 plus minutes, you gotta pat yourself on the back. We will not have a broadcast next weekend. Our next broadcast will be Boissevain's Game 1. Stay tuned for that information. We will give it to you when we know it. 8:38 to go here in the third period. Every day they're shuffling. Grandin. In he shoots and off the shoulder and out of play it goes. $8:25 to go here in the third and final frame. Bailey Robertson, Grandin. That's in the neutral zone. Robertson has it. He moves it over. Shirley does a spin move. Moves it ahead. Johnson moves it. Robertson puts it on net and wide. Shirley over. Lets a blast go. Jeremy Johnson. Another blast. Just trying to catch their breath out there are the Bisons. Pinning it along the boards, along the side end boards, taking a bump. Bambridge bumped him from behind, but no call. Bambridge has it, circling, moving it, and Boissevain recovers. 7:30 to go here. Puck in deep, he lets the shot go, and out of play it goes. You're watching Tiger Hills Hockey League action on TL Media. We hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. Kept in by Bruyere. Puts it on net. 7:11 to go here. Oh, thank heaven. Out come the Bisons. Herding through center ice. has it poked off his stick. Liker moves it over. He lets a shot go, but that hits the body. Sawchuk. Cheeky. Sawchuk makes it 10-3. Awkward angle. Fancy stick work makes it 10-3. And that's the last question we have to answer here this evening.
Burlington's goals are number 16. Carter Sawchuk, assisted by number 6, Andrew Liker. Time of the goal is 6:52.
Sawchuk from Albright. Sawchuk's played a good game tonight too. Fans, you can have your say for Trav's Titan. All you need to do is leave a comment. Sawchuk moves it in the slot. 6:10 to go here. And if you happen to have my car keys, please go start my vehicle. It's cold out there. Liker. Or if you happen to be in the arena watching the stream, I have an extra set in my pocket. Come get it from me. That's a Blasco. Hits a leg. There's scrambling, bumping and jumping in the middle of the ice. 5:30 to go here in the third period. 10-3 for the Border Kings. Bruyere has it, moves it up ahead. Stevens back. He lets a shot go. Patrick Leask. And it's 11-3. And it's all over but the crying. But I don't think there's going to be any crying. 11-3. I was hoping not to use that graphic tonight. Boissevain, they're going to fit. Least from Stevens. Going out to everyone who tuned in, even Xbox guy. You know, I know I'm no Jim Houston that's broadcast on his Xbox, but I hope I'm better than Rod Black. We should mention that TL Media is always free to watch. We won't try to blindside you or offer any pay-per-view. We will always be free. .410 to go here in the third and final period. In a game that's really it's been, all things considered, Melita only has 4 players on the bench. Melita really held in there. 11-3. Andrew Gregg has had to, he's played lights out tonight. Patrick Leask has a couple goals for the Border Kings. You'd love Patrick's such a nice guy, and he's such a inspirational story, really, and love to see him have success both on the ice and in life. Not much tension in this game anymore. Jeremy Johnson. 3.14 left. Melita comes through the neutral zone with speed. It's Bambridge. Bambridge shoots it. Stopped by Pringle. And back the other way comes Double J, Jeremy Johnson. Johnson puts it, hits a stick, and he wasn't even trying to score there, but it found the back of the net, and it's a 12-3 Border King lead.
Border Kings goal scored by Jeremy Johnson, assisted by number 7,
Johnson from Dittmer. Jardine, 2:30 to go here in the third period. Jardine, Grandine, 13-3. And that graphic is appropriate. 13-3. Grandine.
Border Kings goal scored by number 7, assisted by number 11, Jeremy Johnson, and number 8, time of the goal to 2. Grandin from Johnson and Fisher.
Grandin from Johnson and Fisher.
There was also an assist, number 31, Jay Pringle.
A rare goalie assist, Jay Pringle. With the apples. With the apple. Moves it up ahead at Sawchuck. Sawchuck over to Liker. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Liker. Bambridge sends it down the ice. It's kept in. And up ahead. Robertson. Dittmer. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go here in the third period. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and sponsoring us all season. We will be all over the playoffs. Check out our website, tlmedia.org. Check out all of our social pages. And be sure to check out our playoff coverage. We will go as far as the Border Kings go. And if other teams ask us to come on, we'll definitely listen to them. And if we're able to work it in our schedule, absolutely we will do it. For myself, Travis Longman, for Mitchell Selkirk, it's been great bringing you regular season action. And the Boissevain Border Kings are going to go 18-0 in the regular season. Will that translate into playoff success? Only time will tell. We're going to be going downstairs right away to talk to head coach, general manager, all around nice guy, Mr. Money in the Bank, Ed Dick, and to get his post-game thoughts. Make the final 13-3 for the Border Kings. It really was a lot closer than the score indicates. It's time now for Trav's Titan. Trav's Titan, brought to you by Mitch's Midnight Mechanics, Longman Apiaries, Zaley's Furniture in Mooseman, and everyone else. Trav's Titan tonight for the Boissevain Border Kings. Patrick Leask, he had a couple goals, and he always gives it 100% when he's out there. and all around nice guy. Have to give it to our very first interview. Our first game, if you remember, all the way back to November, he came up to the booth when we were up in the booth before we moved down here. And we're going to be sticking around here for the rest of the playoffs. And as long as it goes, we are going to go in the playoffs. And for the Melita Bisons, I think it's pretty obvious who it's going to be. The goalie, Andrew Gregg. Fantastic play tonight. He kept the team in it for so long. And it was really a lot closer than I don't want to say it was a lot closer than the 13-3 score indicated. But anytime you lose 13-3, you got to consider all the factors. One, Melita was severely short-staffed tonight. They're battling for their playoff lives. They play. Their next game is on Wednesday against Souris. And if they win that, they will make the playoffs. We're going to head downstairs right now. And
Travis, you want to be with us? Or are you still on?
I'm still on air. That was Travis Titan, Patrick Leask. But we're on our way to talk to the one and only, everyone's favorite Dick, Mr. Ed Dick. We're just waiting outside for for the one and only Ed Dick. We're waiting for him. And why did it get transferred like that? I don't want to. Can I snag you for a sec?
Yes, sir.
Here with Trav's Titan, Patrick Lease. Patrick, congratulations on the perfect season. Does that mean anything to you guys?
Hey, every season means a lot to me because when I'm 36 years old this year, I like to play the game hard, and 18-0 is a good milestone for the Border Kings, and can't wait for the playoffs. And I like to Melita for bringing their guys and not pulling out, and they came out hard and hard-fought game here. So appreciate those guys. A lot of respect for them.
I won't keep you too much longer. I just want to say congratulations on being named Trav's Titan of the game. That's my version of the player of the game.
Yes, well, thank you, and see you guys in the playoffs.
Absolutely. Patrick Lease, player of the game. And here's the man I've been hyping up. You know him, you love him, even if you're from Killarney. Here's Ed Dick. Ed, can I get your thoughts on how the game went?
That was fun, wrapping it up like that. And I just got to give Melita a ton of credit. I know they had a lot of guys out tonight with situations, but you know what? Good for them. Great coaches, great bunch of guys. Boy, I just give them a lot of credit for coming out. And but the big thing is this. That was a good practice for both teams in that, because they got a big win that they need to have next week against Souris so that they get into the playoffs, and I wish them the best there. And also our guys, man, it's just like second time in the history of the Border Kings, and the guys get all the credit that they've gone 18 for 18 and ran on that, but now the war begins, right? So I'm excited, proud of the guys, and I'm proud of Melita and everything that they're doing, and it was great.
Should we give you the nickname Mr. Perfect?
Well, no. quite, right? But you know what? Again, the guys give the credit. We had a little bit of talk this today after yesterday. That was a different game, 16-8. But to allow 8 goals in like that wasn't, for me, it wasn't acceptable.
No, I was gonna ask you what happened last night.
How do you say? There's sometimes things just happen like that, a little loosey goosey. So we tightened her up a little bit there, and tonight it wasn't able like that. But play position, get ready for play. Let's mix the lines up a little bit and get ready for playoffs. But I want to give a big shout out to Joyce, to Ed, obviously to my mom and dad. Terry, how you doing? Lyric.
When are you, sorry. When are you expecting to play again?
Right now, there's another week of finished play because of COVID and all that situation. So another week there. Then they're going to shorten the series on the first round to 3 games. Could be as early as February 23rd to the 26th for us on what they would call the second round. Obviously don't know. That's going to play itself out, right? And now it's time to get to work. And now it's time to really practice. Every Wednesday is going to be busy now.
Anything else you want to add, Coach?
I just want to say you're doing an absolutely fantastic job. Thank you for everything you're doing. And I know you could be changing your hat to Toronto Argonauts or something, but hey, it is what it is, right? And appreciate everything you're doing and keep doing what you're doing. And thank you to all the sponsors. And thank you to you. And Travis, you done an amazing job.
Thank you, Ed.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Bye-bye.
Boissevain Border Kings head coach, general manager, all around great guy, Mr. Ed Dick. Another unbeaten season. How does he do it? I'm going to switch the camera over here and we're going to get serious here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We couldn't have done this without you. It's all very much appreciated, all the comments and the support, the likes, and everything. Be sure to come back for the playoffs. And we couldn't do it without you. I've had Jared Thiessen come on and be my commentator. He's done a spectacular job. Mitch Selkirk, love you, buddy. It's been so much fun bringing all the action to you. For my wife, for allowing me to do this. I know there's been tense moments, but you're what keeps us together. And thank you so much for tuning in. For all of us from TL Media, keep your stick on the ice, and we'll see you in the playoffs. Good night, everybody.
No, I can pick you now. What do you want, a double ticket? Probably XL, sure. Well, how do they fit? They fit XL tight as well here for me.